way I see at least Jesus, how Jesus used TI to glorify the Father, and just use TI in its perfect form, was just basically knowing the answers to everything, like knowing the reasons for why anything has happened. Like he knows he is the truth, like being God, he knows the ultimate truth behind everything, and everything, what truth everything's founded on. So, and of course, he won't always give the truth. He won't always reveal the answers to everything to us, kind of like, that TI user, just, they know they reason out everything, but they're still kind of, they don't always want to share their reasons like a TE Dom would. Jesus won't always reveal the answers to us, but he does give us, like, the important truths, and wants us to have that TI side of, wants us to tap into the TI of taking the truth seriously, understanding why. So what are some ways we can do that?
Yeah, well, we definitely need the TI users in the faith, because those are the ones who have really sat for long periods of time, internalized. They've come to a point where, against their TI naturally needs to know everything. So they've come to the point where they've had to take the leap of faith at some point, which would have been really hard for them. So I feel like TIs are one of our greatest assets for making people understand that faith cannot be reasoned. Like they go hand in hand, faith and reason, but like there's a certain point at which you need to take the leap of faith. Exactly. And that makes sense because of what faith is naturally. So we need those people who are able to have those conversations with, non-believers, and like, not out there on the front lines evangelizing, but they have the answers. They are those trusted people to they've thought, you talk to ENTPs about these kinds of things. And, I've talked to my brother about the faith. And as I've said, he's ENTP. As I've said, like, he's thought of all these other these things that I haven't thought about. You can see, like, they've just thought of all of these streams of logic and needed to make sense of them, and have reached a point where faith makes sense, and they've chosen it, which is so beautiful and so good for those people who don't believe, like a lot of atheists, agnostics, people sitting on the faith who just the fence, who need to make that leap and who need to understand. They are a great asset for that.
For sure. Yeah, again, that's just what you just explained is just another example of learning how to make your functions align with, how God wants us to use the functions. It's so easy to use the functions in a way that can steer us away from God. Like with TI, hey, it's so easy to reason away God. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, no, I'm not going to believe that. So yeah, it's really a matter of learning how to, get into the right mindset, the way you were created to be, which is basically to use your cognitive functions, to use your personality, or the one who actually gave you the personality and those cognitive functions in the first place. So it's about learning to, use your TI to understand God, and, I guess to the best of, that you can, up to a certain point, reason it. But then at a certain point, also reason that you won't always need to have reasons for everything, especially when it comes to faith. Yes, at a certain point, there needs to be some kind of logical explanation behind it. But at the end of the day, even logic itself, even reasoning itself, is itself a kind of faith in and of itself, if that makes sense. It's like you're agreeing with a certain reason because you place your faith in that reason. So so if you're trying to flip it the other way around and use reason to, I guess, justify faith, I mean, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but you know what I mean? It's like, reasoning itself, having logic itself, it is in and of itself a form of faith.